Hey guys, this is gonna be how to unlock ending number 2, ending number 3, and a little boss guide as to how to beat the final boss of ending number 3. So the first thing is that you wanna just start off your run. If you are here only to unlock those endings, you can do so on the lowest difficulty and it will be the least amount of headache induced. So I would recommend you do just that. But yeah, now let's go into how to unlock ending number 2 real quick. First, to unlock ending number 2, you simply start your run and you play all the way through until you find the area called sewer. You beat that area. Once you did, you will hit this screen right here and you see 3 different NPCs. Now you look for an NPC here that will give you the item called Ancient Chalice. This will throw you into a battle and you will be rewarded with an item called Ancient Chalice after you beat that battle. That's the item you need to unlock ending number 2 later. Now this NPC doesn't show up every time, as you can see here. So in that case, you just reset, you restart your attempt and you repeat the process until this NPC with the Ancient Chalice shows up. After you obtained yourself the item Ancient Chalice, you simply go here to this lady called Lorelei, you speak to her and you can see if you now would have to happen to have Ancient Chalice unlocked, you could choose this path to conclusion, Melody of Dusk, and that is ending number 2. Once you have unlocked this, you simply continue your run, and at the end of your run you will face a different boss this time. You beat him and there you go. This boss will be no challenge, it's very simple and straightforward, doesn't even require a guide. So there you go, that's ending number 2 for you. Now let's see how to unlock ending number 3. So again, you just simply start your run on the lowest difficulty and you beat area number 1. Once you beat the first area, you will encounter this screen right here, which gives you 2 choices. You can either choose the path and go to Forest Trial, or you can choose the path and go to Dark Alley. Dark Alley is where you want to go.
Careful. People
Once you're here,
nice
you want to choose the Discovery node. You want to move here and see what screen it throws you at. You can see it throw me to the screen that is called To the Back of the Cave. That is not the screen that we want to hit. We want to hit a different screen. So in case that happens, you just simply go back, you exit the game mode, a Series of Dusks here, with the button Give Up, and you simply restart your attempt. You repeat this process until you hit the screen called Gruß an Aachen. This throws you into a battle and you have to win that battle to obtain yourself an item. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Yeah, this is the battle. You simply obliterate this real quick.
Charging, loading.
And then you will obtain yourself the item that you need to unlock ending number 3.
Eliminate target.
Victory? Okay.
There it is. There we go. We have now obtained ourselves this item here called Gruß an Aachen, and this will come in handy later. After you obtained yourself the item Gruß an Aachen, you continue your run simply until you hit this screen right here, and this time instead of talking to Lorelei, you actually want to talk to this lady down here who is called Valentina, and she will unlock you the ending number 3. You simply continue your run and you will face a different boss this time at the end. So let's take a look at the final boss of ending number 3. First of all, at the end of the round, for every jinxed incantation in the enemy's spell dock, cast one jinxed incantation on all enemies. This can trigger up to 4 times. So you will gain incantations, right, called jinxed incantations on your hand. And you want to get rid of those, because at the end of your round you will take extra damage for each jinxed incantation in your hand. More on that in a second. Furthermore, when entering battle and when entering phase 2, place 8 jinxed incantations into the enemy's hand, into your hand. At the start of the enemy's round, place 1 jinxed incantation into the enemy's hand and make them draw 1. When in phase 2, after casting an ultimate, consumes 2 stacks of jinxed from all enemies. At the end of the round, if an enemy has fewer than 2 stacks of jinxed, gain 5 moxie for yourself. Okay, now let's take a look. What even is a jinxed incantation? It's this one right here. And it says, after cast, inflicts the jinxed status on a target ally, which inflicts damage, and you take more damage, and at the end of the round the ally takes 3% of its current HP as Genesis damage. At the end of your round, if holding at least 10 stacks of jinx, lose an additional 90% HP. So what you want to do, what that means is that you want to cast these jinxed incantations onto your own characters, and you want to make sure that all of your characters, emphasis on your main DPS, has every round, right, at least 2 stacks of this jinxed debuff on itself. So yeah, this is the first round. Things don't apply here as normal, so we want to make sure our main DPS gets stacks of this jinx debuff. So we cast our jinxed incantation onto our main DPS. And then yeah, we proceed as normal. We want to empty out our hand so we are actually able to obtain ourselves these jinxed incantations.
Loading. Charging.
It could be found.
Barrage.
A note here that casting a jinxed incantation, it counts as an action.
Are you?
So you will be able to use a spell less. So there we go, we have another jinxed incantation. And you can see here in the debuffed, right? Jinxed. In the buffs and debuffs, whatever it's called. You can see jinxed, 1 stack. My other characters are not inflicted with jinx. If you face this boss on a higher difficulty, this will play a massive role, and that is all that battle is around. You will see you have more jinxed incantations in your hand, and you gotta spread those jinxed incantations all across your team. Make sure that at the end of every round, all of your characters are inflicted with at least 2 jinxed debuffs. And keep in mind that when this boss hits phase 2, he will remove 2 stacks of jinxed from each and every one of your characters. Additionally, again, remember that these jinxed incantations, you have to use them as you have to get them out of your hand. Otherwise you will take too much damage, as again, for each jinxed incantation in your hand, the boss will deal damage to you. So get rid of those as fast as you can every time. And yeah, on which character to use them? On the character that doesn't have 2 debuffs, 2 stacks of jinxed yet, with the emphasis on your DPS characters. So I just checked and I see my main DPS has only 1 stack of jinxed. So easy, I use this jinxed incantation on my main DPS to make sure he has 2 stacks. And yeah, that's the gimmick of this battle, and that's all you have to worry about. Now, here, this looks kinda easy, because I played the Series of Dusks. This is a run on the lowest possible difficulty, but you will see this fight can prove to be quite a challenge on a higher difficulty, or depending on how good or bad your team is, right? So yeah, keep this Jinx buff in mind. All of your characters at the end of the round want to have 2 stacks of the Jinx debuff, and that's the most important thing about this battle. If you don't do that, then yeah, the boss will gain 5 Moxie, and he will use his ultimate, which will one-shot one of your characters. So keep an eye on these Jinx debuffs, and make sure you get these Jinx incantations out of your hand every single round.
Loading. Charging.
Down.
Eliminate target. Aim and shoot.
Long admonition and occasional indulgence. Walking train.
Again, yeah, on this difficulty I only ever get one of those Jinxed incantations into my hand. Like, your hand will be loaded with these things if you face this on a higher difficulty. Keep that in mind, you know? And again, I see now my main DPS, 2 stacks of Jinxed. That's all she needs to survive. So I move over to my sub DPS, I check on him, I see, hey, no stacks of Jinxed, so I cast the incantation on my sub DPS. And I just continue this until I won the battle, right?
Loading.
Isn't that hard?
That's all you have to know about this battle though. If you do it like that, if you keep an eye on your character's Jinxed stacks, you will be just fine here. And that's about it. That's how you unlock ending number 2 and ending number 3 in a Series of Dusk. Plus a little guide on how to beat the final boss of ending 3. I hope that was informative and fun. If you like reverse 1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate that. But until next time, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.